This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, firefighters dealt with frigid temperatures and icy conditions to battle a house fire in Washington County this morning.
That's right. Crews were dispatched to a home at 658 Shore Road in Perry about 8:30. When they arrived, they found the structure fully engulfed in flames. Coast Guard personnel were actually working in the area. They were the first to arrive and make sure the homeowner escaped safely. Crews from Perry, Eastport, Pleasant Point, Pembroke, and Robbinston helped put out the fire, but as you can see, it had already gotten quite a head start.
Fire marshals, meanwhile, are investigating a fatal fire in Harrington. It happened just after 7:30 this morning at 19 Becky Lane. The Maine Department of Public Safety says when firefighters from Harrington arrived, they discovered a truck camper on fire and a person dead inside. The department says that person is believed to be 40-year-old Carol Curtis, who was living in the camper on the property. The body was taken to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta, where an autopsy will be performed. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
A Robbinston woman pleaded guilty to murder charges in Washington County today. 43-year-old Rebecca Moores was charged with the murder of 53-year-old Paula Johnson in February of 2022. Johnson was found dead in her home in Pembroke on February 9th. Previous autopsy reports revealed the cause of death to be a gunshot wound to the head. Johnson's death was ruled a homicide. State attorneys suggested that evidence would show Moores had been purchasing drugs from Johnson and that the two were dating partners before it ended on a, quote, sour note. Moores originally denied any involvement in the murder and pleaded not guilty back in October of 2022. The state recommended a 32-year sentence to the Department of Corrections for one count of intentional and knowing murder. The court decided to hold off on sentencing until January.
A murder trial was delayed in Washington County today, but it's not exactly clear why.
Our Grace Blanchard joins us now live in studio with the latest. Grace, what can you tell us?
Well, Beth, today was supposed to be the start of opening arguments for the state of Maine versus Brackett and Dana murder trial after 3 days of jury selection. Perry residents 40-year-old Donald Dana and 39-year-old Kaylee Brackett have both been charged with one count of murder for the death of 43-year-old Kimberly Neptune. Neptune was found deceased in her home in Pleasant Point in April of 2022. Autopsy reports revealed that she was stabbed 484 times, and her death was ruled a homicide. The two suspects both pleaded not guilty in July of 2022 and were set to face a jury today at the Washington County Courthouse in Machias. The jury was finalized this afternoon. However, the judge announced to the court that the trial would be delayed due to new developments. Both the state and defense attorneys were unable to comment on what those new developments are, but we expect to have an update on those developments tomorrow when the jury reconvenes for opening arguments. Beth and Peter, back to you.
All right, Grace, thank you. Well, in other news, price transparency regarding hospital facility fees was the topic of a task force meeting in Augusta today. The task force to evaluate the impact of facility fees on patients was formed to study and review industry practices for healthcare providers charging patients facility fees, how those funds are used, and the impacts on patients. Senator Donna Bailey, who sits on the task force, says there is no clear definition across the board as to what a facility fee is.
I think that that's part of what is causing angst amongst the public, because if it's not clear, and maybe it's just me, then how can, the average consumer on the street understand this?
The committee is meeting next Wednesday to finalize its recommendations to the Health Coverage, Insurance, and Financial Services Committee in January.
Smart investments and strong infrastructure took center stage at a conference on transportation in Maine. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard was there and has the story.
Around 600 people involved in the state, local, and federal transportation industries gathered in Augusta on Thursday for the 72nd Maine Transportation Conference.
It's to highlight the importance of transportation to Maine. People don't always think about transportation every day. It kind of has a furnace in the basement quality, but as soon as something breaks, they know big.
Bruce Van Note leads Maine's Department of Transportation. He says it's been a big year when it comes to transportation in the state. The conference had a number of different speakers and panel discussions, including climate, community-based initiatives, and legislative initiatives.
We are celebrating some successes on both the federal and state level on some funding, which will allow us to make investment that make Mainers' everyday lives better. So it's talking about those things. We just heard about, we're all the way global, thinking about space.
Space was another topic that attendees got a crash course in, with a presentation from Master Sergeant Kyle Dooley of the United States Space Force.
The Space Force is a good tie into the transportation realm when it comes to things like the GPS, or when it comes to things like weather, or just overall, navigation, financials, and it's important to be a part of the team, right, and to enable that to happen. And we're always looking to help build partnerships, and the things we're going on today is one of those opportunities.
Van Note adds that one initiative the Maine DOT is currently focusing on is making sure transportation in Maine is safe and smooth, from the state highways all the way down to the smallest villages.
That's a big part. It's not just getting there from here. It's making sure that there's a great place once you get there.
In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And looking outdoors now, a very chilly start to our day yet again. Thankfully, things kind of warming up a little bit out there.
We're definitely on a chilly streak right now.
Yep.
The good news is that there's a bit of an upswing coming our way, which I'm very much looking forward to. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. Wow, another cold day out there. Definitely have your gloves on, or at least your hands in your pockets earlier this morning. Check this out, 2 degrees here in town. Millinocket, same story, cold temperatures all over. And the most northern part of the state, we once again saw temperatures well below zero. We did rebound, but not by much. 22 degrees, that was our high temperature today. 28 by the coast, mid-20s by Rockland area. Look up north, Greenville into Millinocket area. We even saw some teens outside for high temperatures. So really cold air continuing to stick around. Overall, though, we saw a good amount of sunshine, mixture of some clouds and sun here and there, but no precipitation falling anywhere in our state. For tonight, though, we're going to continue to see temperatures once again dipping close to 0 degrees, mainly in those single digits overnight. Beth and Peter?
All right.
All righty, Conrad, thank you.
All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll have the latest details on the mass shooting at the University of Las Vegas.
And our David Ledford will take us to a Pearl Harbor Remembrance Ceremony in downtown Bangor. Those stories and more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Do you need to replace your windows, but worry that your project will be hard to schedule and too expensive? Then call Renewal by Andersen, the custom replacement window division of Andersen. Our windows are made with an exclusive Fibrex material that's vastly superior to vinyl and backed by the nation's best warranty. Be sure to ask about our 1-year price lock guarantee to secure a price that's good for 1 full year. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation and a money-saving offer. Installation is always included. Call now.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
My name is Pam Crowley. In 1 year, I had to take care of burial or cremation arrangements for 4 family members, including my husband and my sister. I could not have gotten through everything without my funeral director, Cindy, at Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Cindy greeted us as a friend. During arrangements, she was so personable. Cindy is so patient and understanding. She gave us assurance, comfort, and she has such a great smile. The best thing that Cindy did is take such good care of my husband. He had some issues before his death. I felt very worried that he would not look right. When I saw him, he looked like my husband. Cindy took excellent care of him. Seeing him definitely helped me feel right. Cindy did more than I ever expected of a funeral director.
Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Let our family serve yours.
Season's greetings and have a happy and safe holiday from Ben's Auto Body, Palmyra. Carpet One of Bangor wishes everyone a happy and safe holiday season. Season's greetings and happy holidays from America's oldest shoe store, Colburn Shoe, Belfast.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah from ABC7. This is ABC.
And now to the deadly mass shooting at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. 3 people were killed and a 4th critically wounded Wednesday. The suspect has been identified, but authorities are still looking for more information about what motivated him to mount the attack. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more.
Please take me to the king.
Some of the students who survived Wednesday's shooting at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas gathered together to mourn the victims and seek some solace at an off-campus prayer vigil. Chris Solomon was in the student union for an event when the shots rang out.
It was fun, and that all turned into, fear and cries from students inside the meeting room.
Everyone at his event made it to safety, but 4 other people on campus were shot. 3 fatally. A 4th is in the hospital in critical condition. All of the victims were faculty or staff.
No student should have to fear pursuing their dreams on a college campus.
The suspect has been identified as 67-year-old Anthony Polito. Police say he had previously been a business professor at 2 other universities and had unsuccessfully applied to teach at UNLV. He was allegedly armed with a handgun.
Officers immediately responded, engaged the suspect. The suspect at this point is deceased.
Investigators searched an apartment in nearby Henderson, Nevada, believed to be Polito's home. So far, they have not identified a motive for the shooting. Nevada Congresswoman Dina Titus tells ABC News that she believes many of her constituents are frustrated by the continuing gun violence.
Well, many people think of Nevada as kind of the Wild West, but even in Nevada, public opinion shows that people want universal background checks.
Las Vegas was the site of one of the worst mass killings in U.S. history, the October 1st, 2017 mass shooting in which 60 were killed and more than 400 were wounded. Nearly 30,000 students attend UNLV, and it's about 2 miles from the Las Vegas Strip. The campus will be closed for the rest of the week. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Las Vegas.
82 years ago, more than 2,400 Americans were killed during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Today, Mainers gathered in downtown Bangor to honor and remember the lives lost on that historic day.
On National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, veterans were joined by the Bangor High School's JROTC and band to mark the 82nd anniversary of the attack in Hawaii.
82 years ago, the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a devastating surprise military strike on the United States Naval Base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. We are gathered here today to commemorate the sacrifice made by our service members who gave their lives on that day and recognize the sacrifice made by all service members in the defense of our country after the events of Pearl Harbor.
The Bangor High School JROTC helped to lead the memorial ceremony here at the Willard Orr Footbridge, which was rededicated in 2021 to the only known Bangor resident who was killed in the Pearl Harbor attack.
In just over an hour, 2,403 personnel lay dead or dying. Among them, PFC Willard C. Orr, for who this bridge is named. Rest easy, shipmates. You are not forgotten.
As part of the ceremony, a wreath was laid into the Kunduskeg stream.
We commit this wreath to the waters flowing beneath us, not only to honor the memory of those who gave their lives, but also their fighting spirit.
Some spoke about the importance of teaching future generations about the 1941 attack.
One message that always gets repeated over and over again is never forget. And that's not going to happen unless we keep doing these ceremonies and we keep allowing our students, our young people, to keep learning about these events.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. Hearing Salvation Army kettlers ringing their bells is a sure sign of the holiday season, but today they were in a little healthy competition with other Northeast states. Our Matthew Geronzik will explain.
And in sports, one Maine baseball player is using baseball gloves to make an impact off the field. We'll have that story after the break.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our Stable Lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Happy holidays from Color Concepts in Bangor, your local decorating headquarters. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all our friends, customers, and everyone from McCusick Petroleum. Happy Holidays from Eli Rack, Knick Knack, and Tack. Visit us with all your gift giving. Something for everyone.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
The best value for your money is only at the Furniture Gallery. And as the end of year approaches, it's time for our end of year blowout sale, where you can save up to 70% off brand name mattresses and furniture. At the Furniture Gallery, we're slashing prices like never before. Quantities are limited and they won't last long, so hurry in and save big. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase those special items you've been looking for all year. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Have you ever walked into a jewelry store and just gotten overwhelmed? Pushy salesmen, sky-high prices, and they don't even have what you want. Well, that's not the experience you get from Quality Jewelers. Our team does not work on commission, so that means our common goal of finding you the perfect piece is paramount. Our mission is to give you the best experience possible, providing service after the sale and earning your business for life. So make those memories with us here at Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. There's snow outside, but let's start with some baseball here. For one Maine baseball player, community service has been a huge part of his life for years, and his first project up here in Maine just exceeded expectations. Graduate senior Connor Goodman brought Goodies Gloves to Maine this year, completing their first glove drive recently, and it was a huge success. When it was all said and done, they had raised 82 baseball gloves in total, estimating it at over $6,000. Those gloves were then donated to Old Town and Orono Little Leagues, and Goodman says it's all a part of something bigger than baseball.
You know, it's bigger than me, and I think that's the most important thing. You know, I'm just the one kind of thinking of it and creating it. It's really inspiring to me to see how one college baseball player can have such a greater impact. You know what I mean? And you know, I've dreamed of being a collegiate baseball player, and I've dreamed of winning an America East title, but I've also dreamed of helping other people.
Connor's first community service project came years ago as a kid in Miami. After losing his father at a young age, Goodman and Marlins infielder Logan Morrison started Miami Marlins MVPs, a program hosting families and kids who had lost a parent. After that, he continued working with the Marlins Foundation, creating a baseball equipment drive to help the local Boys and Girls Club in his community, and that is where he realized the impact he could have.
The first drive we did in Miami at 14, we're giving the gloves out to the kids, and one of the kids, I give him a glove, probably a 6-7-year-old, he's holding the glove for a little bit, admiring it, and then he comes back to me, he's like, "Oh, who do I give this back to?" And I'm like, "No, you get to keep it. It's yours." And the kid starts tearing up, gives me a big hug and says, "You're my hero." If you can make an impact on one kid like that, that he might go on to be the next big leaguer, or he might do this or do that, but it's just, it's really great to see.
All right, we will have that full story later on tonight. Let's stick with the Black Bears. We'll talk some women's basketball now. Maine is out to their best start to a season since 2018. They have proven that they can hang with some big dogs, too. The 6-4 Black Bears have picked up huge wins in their non-conference slate against teams like Harvard, Rhode Island, and Fordham. They also led much of their game against 17th-ranked Indiana. The Black Bears know they're in good standing, but they can't let that get to their head. They want to make a run through America East play, especially with so many things to improve on.
It boosts our confidence individually, but also as a team, we know what we're capable of doing, and we just have to bring it every night. We can't take one day off. We've got to bring it in practice and prepare for every game.
Last year, we struggled. I think we have a more experienced team, and we're learning a lot of lessons along the way, and so hopefully those lessons will be able to help us as the season goes on.
All right, they have JMU next, and that is all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sabinski with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you, Tyler. Today's weather is brought to you by Fire Farms. Fire Farms is Belfast's #1 dispensary, offering a great selection of pipes, water pipes, CBD products, and much more. Wow, what a cold, cold day out there today. Did see some sunshine. Okay, not too bad, right? But it was cold throughout the whole entire state. We did see a good amount of sunshine earlier today, and still a few passing clouds are in the area for now. But look how much rain is on the way. Yes, rain this time. It's going to be melting a lot of this snow away. Around 1.5 inches of rain possible here in town. But look just up north, Millinocket area, Greenville, Dover, Foxcroft, 2+ inches of rain is very, very possible. So, of course, a lot of that snow will be melting away, possibly clogging some of the drains in the beginning. So please be careful for some flooding that can be going on, especially with all that snow and ice in the region. And then snowfall-wise, though, not much going on. Mainly a rain event. Most of that snow is going to stay into Canada. Quebec, once again, is going to get a rain and snow mix, some sleet mixed in, of course, but then some snow on the back end as temperatures start to cool. We do have a lot of snow on the ground for now. Of course, the more north you go, the more snow is on the ground. So all that rain moving in, heavy rain at times, and those warmer temperatures is not a good combination. We're possibly going to see a little bit of flooding going on the first couple of days. We will keep an eye on things. But look at these temperatures, though. Very warm air made its way all the way up north into Canada. Look at Minneapolis. 50s earlier today, even Chicago back in the 50s, Detroit 40s, New York City a bit cooler, but that warm air is on the way. Our average high is around 37 degrees. Okay, tomorrow, another cold day. Look what happens by Saturday into Sunday. Wow, 50s making a comeback. Then same story by Monday. And then by middle of next week, colder air will be back once again as we ride that wave down past that cold front. Overall, the winds are very light, anywhere around 5 miles an hour. Same story into Millinocket. But for tonight, get ready. Temperatures around 6 degrees, another cold, cold night. Calm winds outside, mostly clear skies. It's really going to allow that atmosphere to cool on off. For tomorrow, though, we're looking at temperatures around 31 degrees, mostly sunny skies with that northwest wind gusting up to 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show mainly cloudy skies for Saturday, temperatures in the 30s. Look what happens by Sunday. We're really warming up, around 50 degrees with rain showers in the area. Monday, even warmer, mid-50s outside in the morning. Cold front comes by. It's going to stay windy as well. And then we're really cooling back off to around 23 degrees as that cold front comes by. By Tuesday, we are back into the 30s. Beth and Peter?
Rain or shine on Sunday, man. I hope you can feel the warmth.
Seriously, yeah, hoping that the rain isn't too intense, but
or at least not all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, well, there is still more to come, folks. Stay with us.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration? Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Something that shouldn't be so hard, finding matching socks. Something else that shouldn't be so hard, finding and enrolling in a health insurance plan that covers things you actually need. Good thing here in Maine, we have CoverMe.gov. Here you can search health insurance options, choose the plan that works for you, and get financial help to pay premiums. A plan that fits, a price that works. We've got you covered at CoverMe.gov. That's CoverMe.gov.
For great Toyota offers not seen on TV, you could type buyatoyota.com into your browser, or you could simply scan this QR code and give your fingers a break. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Tonight, with no safe place to go.
Working non-stop to get Americans out of Gaza.
Getting them out of the war zone and the border crisis. Just how bad is it getting? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David.
Numerous agencies across the region took part in a Penobscot parenting exposition at the University of Maine at Augusta campus Thursday afternoon. The exposition looks to connect new families and caregivers of young children with some of the resources provided in Penobscot and Piscataquis counties. Those include prenatal health, educational opportunities, and financial advice that are free and available to parents across the state. A total of 27 agencies participated, and Kim Collard, who is with Penquist Maine Families, says she hopes the event helps provide relief to families that may be struggling.
We really just wanted everybody to be able to get together and see what was out there and really foster collaboration between the agencies as well so that we know who to refer people to.
This is the first ever parenting exposition, but Collard hopes it becomes an annual event.
Salvation Army locations across the Northeast took part in an annual one-day giving event to see who could raise the most money in a single day. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
The Salvation Army is getting into the competitive spirit in an attempt to boost donations. On Kettle Blitz Day, it's every corps for itself, as locations across the Northeast compete in raising the most money.
We have a tight race between us and New Hampshire, no offense, Vermont. We enjoy a little bit of an advantage over some of the other states there.
The one-day event features kettlers dispersed at big-name retailers across the state in an attempt to raise the most money throughout a 24-hour period. The winning corps not only receives bragging rights, but an additional $2,000 cash prize. Second and third place will receive smaller rewards as well. Participants say Kettle Blitz Day is a reminder that generosity goes a long way, no matter the donation size.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. People come in, they do a good job, their kindness, how people are, they're really friendly, and how they give.
We'll see oil, we'll see rent, we'll see someone getting into an apartment, we'll see someone going to camp. But we really appreciate every penny.
This may be a competition for the Salvation Army, but at the end of the day, it's about making a difference in someone's life.
I think it's great for us all to do a little giving this time of year, especially. There are so many people that are less fortunate than others.
In Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And finally tonight, the city of Brewer officially has the best tasting water in Maine this year. The Maine Rural Water Association holds a competition each year as part of their annual trade show. And a panel of judges tasted water from a number of different regions in Maine in 2 different categories: water with a disinfectant like chlorine and water without disinfectant. Ultimately, the Brewer Water Department won best overall, beating out last year's winner, the Skyline Mobile Home Park in Presque Isle. After this win, the department will go on to represent the state at the National Taste Test in Washington, D.C. in February of next year. So good to know if you're a Brewer resident.
Yeah, seriously. And
Yeah.
definitely some great bragging rights there. And good to know for locals that their water tastes great and,
Yeah.
and is good quality water.
Stay hydrated, my friends.
Indeed.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7, take care and have a great night.
Good night.